Yeah, hi, good morning. Just introduce yourself.
Good morning. I am Dr. Maryanne Lobo. I'm the co-founder of PlantWalks Goa and part of this movement of the festival that is taking place to celebrate the river Mhadei. Uh, what we have been doing as PlantWalks is creating an awareness with people, especially about the wild food edibles that exists in Goa. Today we are so glad to be a part here because we are studying the riparian ecology of this place, and we've been encouraging a lot of students also to learn more about their local plants, because what I say is there is a pharmacy in your backyard, there is a pantry in your backyard. Whatever you need for the kitchen, whatever you need for your pharmacy, medicinal needs, many a times may just exist in your backyard. As we say, घराच्या बाहेर पाऊल मारले की we may find these things that do exist. That has been our motive at PlantWalks Goa, and also being an Ayurvedic doctor for the last 19 years, I have seen how plant medicine does help people. Also, I learned under what you would call as a barefoot doctor when I was a kid, so I also know the traditional indigenous medicines of Goa, and which used a lot of what we say Zadapala Chaushan. And the traditional medicinal heritage of Goa I would love to speak on, because that is a whole different concept where we come under Voyagins, Zhado Kartali, Zhado Martali in Paiti, then you had Shiro Martali, Zoru Laitali, all these medicines including the lep, these all come under the traditional healing techniques that were used in Goa. So yes, documenting all of this has been a great source of joy and what we are encouraging at PlantWorks.
Can you tell me about these trees?
Yes. So again, this is the fir tree, or what we would call the casuarina, which has been introduced to prevent soil erosion and more specifically here the sand erosion. And what many people don't know is the scrapings of the bark can be used for skin infections. So this bark actually has a medicinal value. What you see here is many a times we use Swabhav Nigantu. So that means what you see, look at that, how it would work on something similar in the body. So this is Twacha, Twak, outside bark. The same thing would be in the body for the skin, working on dry skin and rough skin. This Ipomia back again to restore sand dunes that had been lost in the Morji area, and it did work. So the washing off of the sand. So otherwise what will happen is we will lose major portions of the shore. This helps prevent the shore, water coming and the shore getting lost. We need the shore. This shore is required. Otherwise what will happen? The ingress of is a bit too much. And this is what helps prevent.
So, right opposite there is a cocoa beach.
Yes.
And you've seen there the sand has been lost.
Yes.
And no one is taking so much of concern there to restore it.
Correct.
So, you need to tell the government to plant such plants to stop that.
Yes. This plantation of this, when plantation drives are done, I mean more than the bigger tree, if this can be attended to and this can be planted and say, a lot of our beaches and our shores can be saved. A lot of them. And anyway, this is an indigenous species of plant. This is what is the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghat morning glory that we have. Ipomia piscica, or the sand dune morning glory. That's its name. And again, if you have seen the amount of bees and insects and wasps that thrive on the honey that you get around here. Okay, and what it is doing to skin. Now what many people don't know is traditionally, again, bark of this tree is used to be boiled, and they pour the water, the decoction, over joints to ease arthritic and joint pain. So like this is sea, going to the sea, and during these 2 months of April and May is when the old people will use this for their joints. Okay. Coming back to Pongemia, I was trying to look. They are very small seed pods. You don't seem to be there. Very small seed pods. They are very small, like similar shapes like this. But so the oil is extracted from the seed pod, and oil is what is sold as Karanji oil. Karanji oil is actually used a lot in Tibetan medicine. It is used a lot in local folklore medicine of even other states in India. They use it mainly for skin. And now coming back, the paint that comes back. What is paint? The oil cake. Okay, that gets the residue that gets formed after the oil is extracted is used by garden lovers for enriching the nutrition in the soil, improving the nutrient density of your soil in the garden. It's very important. Karanji cake. Karanji cake ensures that your fruiting plants get more fruits. So in case there's a fruiting plant that is there that is not fruiting, try adding Karanji cake. And Karanji cake is sold in I think Bagaida, that yards that exist around in Mapsa and things like that. You can. What does it look like? It's very small. That's almond. We can collect one of that too. This one? Yes. So what you see here is a single seed. So it's a very small one, single seed. We'll get these pictures up for the 20th.
This is not it?
Yes. No. This is of another one. This is the external skin of the almond. Yes. So what you see here, yes, these are the seeds. The oil is extracted from these seeds.
Okay.
And personal experience I can share a little bit, since I do treat dogs too, and I have treated khete. I don't know what in Konkani we say khete. It's like a langur, but more having ape mannerisms. Okay. Yes, bonnet. So thank you for the name. So I have treated that for a skin disease with Karanji oil.
Okay. So they look all.
Yes. So the flowers. This is not the flowering season. Flowering season is over.
So I think even because I don't see the seed
Yes.
pods, maybe that's why we don't have.
It's just over. Fruiting season also is about a month, I think, over. Talking about is basically a part of traditional Goan medicine where the practitioner would take a pointed leaf, and more specifically apelchapana, that is what we call as custard apple leaf, and that would be moved, first thumped on your head and then moved in a clockwise, in certain cases anti-clockwise direction on the body, and that would give you a feel-good effect. Why? Because when you are not well, there is a presence of a lot of negative ions. The effect of moving from top to down would take away the negative ions and give you the positive ions that exist in the leaf, as well as the medicinal properties through the sparshan, that is the touch, that would come on to you. So Jhado has been an integral part for centuries of the medicinal system that exists in Goa, and it is said like Jhado केल्यानंतर बरे दिसता, अर्धी जी व्याधी आसा पळय ती कमी जाता. That means half of the illnesses have become less. What you can see, already have a look at it. I mean, it's already crumbling, it's already broken in areas. So what you can see is it's not meant for this area. I mean, it feels good to walk on it, you to have your morning walk on it, but it's not conducive to this habitat and to this ecosystem. Because what again happens is we destroy the sand dune that exists when we put this. So more than a positive effect, it has a negative effect. So rather encourage planting of Ipomia to grow the sand dunes better and not the boardwalk. So I mean, this is a bit of. So Ipomia, yes, come here. This is Ipomia. Pick it up. What you see here. This is your native plant which helps protect the sand dunes. This one. The lovely heart-shaped leaves that exist, and they give beautiful pink flowers. So they also sustain bees and wasps and small little birds when they are flowering. It gives its nectar to them. So this one does exist. Then there is also the plants. So this one, this is there. What you will also find is many a times mangrove washed off seeds we will find on the beach, and sometimes one or two may take root. So even that is there. As you see in Udo Beach, I mean, I don't know how many have been there. Small little mangrove plants have already started growing, and again they have prevented the wash off of sand. I mean, they already started doing their work. So
So in Kalangut and Baga, I've seen this creeper which has purple flowers. Even in this one, Morji. Okay. Just outside Montego Bay.
Not the same.
Is it the same thing? The one with it has purple flowers?
yes, yes, it's purple pinkish flowers.
Okay.
So beautiful.
But I think mostly on most beaches you find like this plant.
Yes, because this is native,
Right.
very much native,
So
and
there isn't another variety kind of plant that also grows on sand.
this one is there. Then you'll have sometimes pandanus. That how many remembered Vagator Beach when you entered in the past? Like I'm talking about a good 35 plus years back. There used to be a variety of pandanus that existed in that area which you enter Vagator. I'm not talking Chivar or the other area. Vagator entry used to have a whole lot of pandanus plants that were there at the beach, and this is native to the beach. Also, how many know what Borghini means in Matsya? Borghini means actually pandanus. Borghini, okay? And there exist a lot of native pandanus, of which one many people know, which is used in the hair. From you get kyoda, okay? Kyoda flowers, and you get kyodeka, you know, the scent that is used for weddings and things like that. Kyoda is one of the flowers that exist. Mapsa had a whole series between the Mapsa, the Gandhi Chowk till Giri. Actually, that whole area would be covered with pandanus. But now, because of development, we have seen a dwindling of the number. Ponda had Mangeshi, Mardol area, if you're going, that whole area still has a bit of pandanus in pocket. Even though with the highway coming, they have tried to prevent some of them to still, to getting lost. So that area, the pandanus still exists, and pandanus is again native. Yes, yes. What you see here, if some of them are. So if anyone came for the traveling dome night, this one that was there in the farm, there was another species of pandanus. I will share that picture with this one, Mhadei group. I am holding one small little pandanus in my hand. Pandanus plant. So like this, if we could take and plant them in their native habitats. Okay, please come because they like this. So a lot of bats come, which is again, this is not their ecosystem. So when their presence is there, it dissuades some of the migratory birds that actually coming to feed. So we need to see a balanced, selective, and have a balanced approach when planting these trees, as well as a scientific mindset on which trees help and balance the ecosystem and the habitats that do exist. Badam is good. We will use some of this for foraging also. I mean, of our teams.
Could you maybe speak of just top three species that should be planted along this coastline or shores? You would like
Ipomia piscica, or the sand dune morning glory. Casuarina is not bad. I mean, we can definitely use it because it helps prevent erosion. And also Indian beech tree is another nice one that exists over here. That also can be planted. But what I would also say is there are some sand dune weeds. And if anyone remembers, in Vagator a long time back, there were grasses that grew on Vagator beach which were very spiny, and they would actually catch in your dress. The whole clump of grass would catch in your dress. It was like a creeper. It grew from one area to another. These were again natives of this place, of the sand dunes. If we could introduce these species of plants. So this was a kind of a grass that did exist. So these three, more specifically these three, I would say these can be introduced to protect our sand dunes and our beaches, and also because of the fact that we see the river mouth is coming directly here into the sea. So we also need to see what will help the habitat. Or otherwise you will have something like this that's happening. Look at this. I mean,
Erosion.
erosion.
So are you people not been consulted when they are doing the development project? I am saying you are the experts into that field.
So more such, I would say even get more scientists on board, get more people who are, into heritage, who have been protecting, and especially people even like Bhai. I mean, if you know him, Rajendra Kirke Bhai, he's one of the senior most environmentalists, and in fact he's called as the lover of the environment and the plants that exist here in Goa. And he's the advisor. He should be called in also as the advisory body, I would suggest, because he's really, he knows Western Ghats like anything.
When everything will be destroyed.
Indigenous and not native to Goa. It's native to North India. It's a type of acacia. And what you can see is this has been used to cause afforestation in many of the plateaus, when actually this is not a plateau plant. And when what happens is, generally on a plateau, if this plant exists, you will not find anything growing underneath. Because of the roots and because of a chemical that exists in this, it prevents the growth of other plants. So this is not conducive. And since we were talking of more of promoting native plants, this is not a native plant. But one good thing about this is, which nobody knows, in the north they extract honey from this, and that's how you get what is called as acacia honey. It is extracted from the flowers. Now if somebody could do that from the flowers, that's another thing. But and what they have done is also they've taken and planted this on the highways. And as a doctor, I am also in touch with other chest physicians. One of the things that they will normally ask is, if you get allergies, परत काय ना थंडी जाता जाल्यार ही झाड असा लागी असा जाल्यार, because the pollen from this tree. My father was also a physics teacher here at Dempes, and there was a biology teacher that was there who was my teacher. They both did a study of seeing the pollen under the microscope, and they found that the pollen is very spiny. And so imagine when it enters into your respiratory system, it reacts with the mucosa that exists and the ciliary movement that is there, that helps, to take the phlegm out. This is what actually irritates and causes upper respiratory tract allergens. So if anybody has a tendency to have thandi parat kai na jata, you get frequent colds, don't go under this tree when it is flowering. Otherwise it's okay. I mean, it's safe. Just when it's flowering season, avoid being under this tree. I mean, few little pointers, but they really, really help. And what I tell people to do is, this tree gets lovely seed pods once the seed matures. So you can use it to make your own potpourri. Instead of getting Chinese potpourri, okay, use this to make your potpourri, because it's so beautiful. They are lovely, crinkly, curvy bits. And we can forage them and use them to make your own. I mean, and then just add essential oil, 2-3 drops of essential oil, and you have your thing there ready for you. I would have shown it to you now, but there is nothing here. There's lovely crinkly bits and bunches like that, so you can use it for that. So it's not altogether bad, but not to be introduced. I mean, it's not native. So we should introduce more of things that are native and that would help prevent soil erosion. These, avoid using more of these.
Let's start the trip to save our marine. Should we hold hands? Yeah. Get some energy force. Save our waters, save our water, save our land, save our land, save Seva plants. Seva birds. Seva butterflies. Seva fish. Thank you, Mhadei. Thank you, all rivers. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for feeding us. Thank you for quenching our thirst. We pray for your help. We pray that your flow may be uninterrupted. That you will stay healthy and strong. For us and our children. And all future generations to come. We thank you. With deep gratitude. For all that you do. For all the ecosystems that you nurture and nourish along your path. Mhadei Amchi Mai.
Can I say a prayer in Sanskrit?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I will just say this. Om Deo Shanti Antrishvam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadaya Shanti Om Shanti Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasu Yadbhadram Tanasu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let there be